The year is 1872. The vast Atlantic Ocean stretches out under a cloudy sky. A ship called the DEI Greater is sailing from New York towards Gibraltar. Captain Morehouse thinks he sees something strange in the distance. It's a ship. But this ship is moving erratically. Its sails are not set properly. What Captain Morehouse doesn't know is that he's about to become part of maritime history's greatest mystery. This is the story of the Mary Celeste, a ghost ship that has baffled the world for over a century. It's a story of a vanished crew, a ship seemingly abandoned in the middle of the ocean. The Mary Celeste was a brigantine, a two-masted sailing ship common in the 19th century. She was considered a sturdy vessel capable of handling the open seas, but something went terribly wrong on her journey, something that we may never fully understand. The Mary Celeste began her final journey in New York City. Her destination was Genoa, Italy. On board was a cargo of commercial alcohol. The ship was captained by Benjamin Briggs, a seasoned sailor with a young family. Captain Briggs, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and a crew of 7 men made up the souls on board. They set sail on November 7th, 1872. The weather was reported as good. The crew was experienced. There was no indication that anything was amiss. The journey from New York to Genoa typically took about a month. The Mary Celeste was expected to arrive in late November or early December. Weeks went by. There was no sign of the ship. Then, on December 4th, 1872, the DEI Greater spotted the Mary Celeste drifting in the North Atlantic. Captain Morehouse and his crew saw the Mary Celeste and knew something was wrong. The ship was adrift, but in seaworthy condition. But where was the crew? Captain Morehouse sent a boarding party to investigate. They found the Mary Celeste deserted. The ship's logbook was the first clue. The last entry was from 10 days earlier. It placed the Mary Celeste hundreds of miles from where it was found. The ship's lifeboat was missing. The crew's belongings were still in their quarters. There was food and water for 6 months. The ship seemed in good order with only minor damage. It was as if the crew had vanished into thin air. The discovery set the stage for one of the most enduring mysteries in maritime history. A ship frozen in time. The boarding party from the DEI Greater found the Mary Celeste's galley in working order. There was food on the table, as if a meal had been interrupted. The ship's cargo of alcohol was untouched. Personal belongings, including musical instruments and sewing materials, were found in the crew's quarters. Everything pointed to a sudden and unexplained disappearance. The mystery of the Mary Celeste wasn't just about who was on board, but what they left behind. The state of the ship and its contents only deepened the puzzle. If the crew had abandoned ship due to a storm or some other disaster, wouldn't there be signs of panic or damage? And what about the missing lifeboat? It was securely attached to the ship, suggesting it hadn't been ripped away by a storm. Had the crew left voluntarily? If so, why? The vanishing theories and speculations. The disappearance of the Mary Celeste's crew has spawned countless theories. Some speculate that a rogue wave or a waterspout might have washed them overboard. Some have even suggested that giant squid or other sea creatures could have been responsible. One of the most popular theories involves the ship's cargo of alcohol. Could leaking fumes have caused an explosion, forcing the crew to flee? Another theory suggests that piracy might have been involved. Each theory has its own set of inconsistencies and unanswered questions. An enduring enigma. The mystery of the Mary Celeste endures. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, no definitive explanation for the crew's disappearance has ever been found. The ship itself was salvaged and continued to sail for several years. But it was eventually wrecked, adding another layer of intrigue to the story. The Mary Celeste stands as a haunting reminder of the power and mystery of the sea. It's a story that captures the imagination, forcing us to confront the unknown and the possibility that some mysteries may never be solved. Was it a natural disaster, human error, or something even more sinister? The answer, lost to the vastness of the Atlantic, remains elusive. The Mary Celeste continues to sail through history as a ghost ship, forever reminding us of the mysteries that lie beneath the waves and the fragility of life at sea.